Hey guys, I'm back with a new freaking video. It's been 2 months since I made a video and I keep taking these hiatuses, and I know I'm not supposed to be doing that, but I just can't help it. Like, school and work is so crazy and my life has been like up and down. Like, it's really been ridiculous, so I have never had time to film as of lately. But I'm back with a new makeup look on this and a first impressions, which is something I've never done on this channel, and the first impression will be on the Urban Decay times Basquiat collection. Now, I personally am an artist at heart and an artist literally because I do makeup or whatever. Now, this collection is kind of personal to me because I love Basquiat because he was a very famous and well-known black artist from New York. So I really, you know, am just very grateful to have this collection. And obviously I love him because, if you guys know, this is his signature crown that everyone knows about and you see it on most of his paintings. So this is an important stamp in the art world, and I got it tattooed on me. So that's why this collection is also very, you know, special to me. I had the tattoo before this collection even came out, but I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get it. It matches my tattoo and it's Basquiat. Like, come on, he's a legend. So I'm gonna show you guys my tattoo. I'm gonna put the palette right next to it. So yeah, I have the Basquiat crown and one of the palettes has the same stamp. So yep, I love this tattoo so much. Don't mind my little pudgy little stomach, but yeah, I love this collection so much. So let's just get into me showing you guys the palettes and some swatches. So this collection came with two palettes. This one is called the Tenant palette and this one is called the Gold Griot palette. From what you can tell on the back, this palette is more neutral, and this is the palette that I know more people will go for. I don't know if this collection is still available because I'm kind of late on the bandwagon, but this is the more neutral of the two. And this one is the more colorful of the two. This is the Tenant palette and this is the palette I used. I actually used both of them, but I used 2 shades in this one and 2 shades in this one to try to be fair. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys swatches now. So at the top, the first shade is Enigma. It's like a cream color. The second shade is Levitation. This is a very light brown shade that I feel like would be a good transition shade for lighter skin tones. The third shade is called Not For Sale, and it's a very brick red and brown mixed color. The fourth shade is called Sucker Punch. It's a glittery brown color. The fifth shade is called Influence, and it's like a basic bronzy gold shade. The sixth shade is called BK, which I'm pretty sure stands for Brooklyn, and it is just like a dark muted brown shade. The seventh shade is called Pseudonym. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, and it's just a very deep purple shade, and it's very pretty. And the last shade is a very yellow gold shade called Crown, which obviously ties in with the famous Basquiat crown. Okay, so for the Tenant palette, the first shade is called Studio, and it's a very pale pink ashy color. The second shade is called 1960, and it's a very true pink magenta shade. The third shade is called Neo, and it's a deep purple shade. The fourth shade is called Less. Well, I'm pretty sure it's LES for Lower East Side of Manhattan, and it's a black shade. The fifth shade is called Graffiti, and it's a very metallic hunter green shade. The sixth shade is called XU. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, and it's a lime green shimmery shade, and it's very beautiful. The seventh shade is called Boom, and it's a teal aquamarine color. The last shade is called Untitled, and it's super pretty. It's true royal blue color. So that is it for the two palettes, and the artwork on these palettes are absolutely amazing. Like, and the material of the palette is like the material of a canvas that you would paint on. So I think that that was a very nice detail. And also, to open the palette, the famous crown is the little button that you use to open the palettes. Okay, so next I'm going to show you guys the 3 eye pencils the collection came with. It came with a neon green, a blue, and a sienna type color. So I'm going to throw those swatches in right now. So the first one is the blue pencil, and it is in the shade Vivid. The second one is the lime green pencil, the bright one, and it's called Post Punk. And the third one is the sienna shade, and it's called Anatomy. Next, I'm going to show you guys the cheek palette. It comes with 2 blushes, a highlighter, and a contour shade. The first blush is called X-Rated, and it's a pale pink. The second shade is called Now's the Time, and it is a true gold highlighter. The third shade is called Jawbone, and that is the contour shade. And the fourth shade is called NoHo, and that is like a deep mauve blush. Lastly, I'm going to show you guys the lipsticks. This collection came with 3 lipsticks, but I only bought 2 that I figured would match my skin tone. The packaging on these lipsticks are like truly to die for. Like, it has the same canvas material, and it's just so pretty. So the first shade is called Abstract, and it is a true nude color, and it is what I used on my lips today. The second shade is called Epigram, and it is like a shade I really don't have. This one is nude as well, but it's more of like a brown red brick kind of nude, but it's really pretty, and I can't wait to try it out. So yeah, you guys, those are all the swatches, and that is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful packaging for the Urban Decay and Basquiat collection. So now let's get into this demo slash first impressions. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start off with the Gold Griot palette, and because this is the most neutral of the two, the more neutral of the two, I'm going to use this to put my transition color in my crease. So I think I'm gonna mix Levitation with Not For Sale, which are these 2 colors. So I'm gonna mix those 2 together on a Y17 Morphe brush, and I'm gonna put those in my crease. It looks like nothing is happening, to be honest, but I think it's because this palette, like, not this palette, this shade is pretty close to my skin color. It's just a little more red, so I don't know if you guys will be able to tell what's really going on, but I actually like how it looks up close in the mirror. So I actually think that that's all I want to do with the Gold Griot palette, because it's summertime, I actually want to dip into the more colorful palette, which is called the Tinted Eyeshadow palette, and it has all types of colors like I showed you guys previously. So I think I want to actually dip into this one. So I think I'm gonna take this Electric Blue because I'm in love with this shade. I really don't know why. I'm gonna take the brush from the Gold Griot palette, and I'm gonna dip into that Electric Blue all the way in the end of this palette, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. Ooh, hold up. Oh, it's blending out. I thought it was gonna be hella pigmented, but like I said, first impression, it blends out. As long as you just gotta build it up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's building up pretty nice, but initially when you put it on, it looks like it's gonna be super pigmented, which it is, don't get me wrong, but it looks like it's gonna look just like how it looks in the pan, and it actually just blends out the more you blend it. Ooh, it's a little bit of fallout on my nose. So one thing I can say is that there will be fallout with these colorful shadows, which is expected because most palettes that have high pigment, their shadows, you know, create some fallout. So I'm gonna pack that on the inner corner on this side as well. And I really like, see the difference? Look how vibrant it is when you pack it on, and then like when it's blended out. I don't really, you know, I want it to look like really super vibrant. Okay, so far this is what I have. I actually really like it. I thought I wasn't because I thought the blue was gonna sheer out, but I actually really fucking love this. So I think that I'm gonna put the shade XU, I don't know how to pronounce it, this green shade. I think I'm gonna put that in the middle, but I'm going to use the Basquiat 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Post Punk as my base first. So I'm going to take the eye pencil in the shade Post Punk. It's a very bright green, and I'm going to put that on my eyelid. Hopefully it works as a great base. It's not as creamy on the eyelid as I'm pretty sure it will be in the waterline. So I'm gonna take the XU, whatever the fuck it's called, and I'm gonna pack that on my goddamn eyelid, okay? Ooh, girl, let me tell you about this green. A bitch is shook. I'm shook. Do you see this? Hold up. Because Basquiat and Urban Decay, Basquiat, rest in peace, but y'all got me fucked up. This shit is some shit poppin'. Ooh, bitch. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, my laugh is ugly. Don't judge me. But do y'all see this? Tell me that this is not like great. This is great. This is great. I already made up my mind about the eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so this is what I have going on for the eyes right now. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more blending, but I'm gonna do that off camera. Once it's more blended, I'm going to come back and show you guys the face palette, and I'm going to use it on my face. Duh. Okay, so I popped on one of the lashes from my House of Lashes Lash Story book in the style Boudoir. So for the cheek palette, like I showed you guys previously, it has the basic Basquiat crown that I showed you guys that I have the matching tattoo for on my side. And when you open it, it has a contour shade, 2 blushes, and a highlight. And I'm gonna try out the blush shade in the shade NoHo, and I'm gonna try out the highlighter that is called Now's the Time. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so out of this palette, I'm going to try the shade NoHo for blush, and I'm going to use the Y4 brush, and then I'm going to try out the highlighter called Now's the Time, and I'm going to use the Y14 brush. And I'm not going to try out the X-rated blush because I feel like that's a little too light, and the contour shade is definitely not going to contour me. So yeah, let's see how this blush looks. I guess that's a pretty subtle, pretty color. You can't really, oh yep, there it goes. Yeah, I don't really like too much blush anyway, so the fact that this is subtle is giving me like. Next I'm gonna try the highlighter, Now's the Time. It looks pretty ashy from what I can see, but the swatch looked good, so hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll just mix it with another highlighter. So I'm gonna take my Y14 brush and I'm gonna pat, 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 pat. I'm gonna tap it off just in case it's too light. And I'm going to, oh God, I'm going to try to work it out. My blush brush. Woo! Okay, now on this side, it looks hella fucking blinding, doesn't it? But it kind of does look ashy at the same time. So I don't, yeah, that shit's ashy as fuck. It looks good on my lip. Okay, so I blended out the highlighter, and I actually think I like it now that I blended it out. It looks pretty cute. So don't be scared because it looks ashy at first. All you gotta do is blend it out with your blush brush and make it mix well with your brush. Your blush, not your brush. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. So now we're going to move on to the two lipsticks, and I'm pretty sure I know which one I'm gonna put on. Before I move on to lips, I'm going to go back to my lower lash line. And for my lower lash line, I'm going to be using the two Basquiat and Urban Decay collaboration pencils in Post Punk that you saw me use on my eyelid, and the shade Vivid. And I'm going to create the same effect on the bottom as I did on the top, using the blue on the inner and outer lash line, and then the green in the middle, and then I'm gonna put the shadows on top. You'll see it if that sounded a little too difficult. Okay, so for this very bold halo eye, I'm going to go more neutral, so I'm going to use the shade Abstract, which out of the two shades that I have is the more nude one. Looks like this. So first I'm going to line my lips with Chestnut Lip Liner by MAC, and then I'm going to apply the lipstick. So let's get to lining. And I freaking love this packaging. It's so perfect. And I'm going to put that on my lips, obviously. This is like the perfect nude lip combination. Okay, so this is what the lips look like, and I'm going to go get dressed, and I'll be back for the final verdict and the outro. Okay guys, so now that I've tried these products out, I can definitely tell you that these are approved by me. I love, 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 love all of these products. I love the 2 eyeshadow palettes. They're very pigmented. I love the brushes that came with them, and they're great. Like, I can't wait to use them more and more, and hopefully you'll see them in future videos. The cheek palette was pretty good. The cheek palette was pretty good. I liked the blush and I liked the highlighter. I don't really know if I'm gonna try out this blush because I think it will be too bright for me, and this contour shade is pretty useless because I'm pretty dark and this is not dark enough to contour my cheeks. So maybe I can use it as eyeshadow or something, but I'll figure out other ways to use those 2 shades. The pencils are absolutely amazing. They're creamy, they're pigmented, as you saw from the swatches, and they glide on just like in the name, 24/7 glide on eye pencil. I love, love, love these. And lastly, these 2 lipsticks are very pigmented, as you guys saw in the swatches as well. And I love the shade Abstract. It's like a perfect nude for me mixed with my lip liner. And yeah, all of the products are all of the products are approved by me. So I wish that you guys can get your hands on it if you can. So if you can, absolutely do that. It may be sold out, I'm sorry, but I just want to film a first impressions anyway because the collection is so special to me, because I love Basquiat and I am an artist myself. So yes, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, and tell me if you like my new setup. Tell me if you like the way, you know, my background is. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep it like this because I like it. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to be a great YouTuber. I really want to do this. This is really what I am dreaming of. Like, this is really what I want to do. So make sure you share, subscribe, and like, okay? So see you guys in the next video. Love, love, love you. Bye.